Welcome back, my fellow Spursonians. This is the day after Spurs and Liverpool. And I have kind of calmed down a little bit now to really kind of make sense. Well, not even just make sense of the game, but to discuss a few talking points that I took from the game. I'd like to share these talking points with you about the game yesterday and get some of your ideas and thoughts on some of the points that you may have had, as well as the talking points I bring up in this video. Talking point I've got here is we weren't tactically promiscuous enough. Yeah, we ran out of ideas in that game, and there's a few things. What do I mean by tactically promiscuous? We had one way of doing things. We were tactically monogamous, right? We were just going about things in one way. We were sticking to the same thing all the time, right? And we were going down the left. We were going down the left. We're building play down the left, and we wasn't actually getting much joy. And I'm primarily talking about in the second half. In the first half, I thought we done very well, and obviously our goal came down from the left-hand side. But when Liverpool went down to 10 and 9 men, and obviously therefore they changed their structure and they went back into 2 blocks of 4, and they were trying to defend, that's when we needed to change. Jurgen Klopp made some good changes, and I thought it was very smart. The substitutions he's made and the way he set up, he reacted immediately to each of those sending offs. Not so much the first one, but the second one certainly, yeah. And when he did that, we continued doing the same thing over and over again, and we were playing the ball slowly. We weren't moving the ball quickly enough. We seemed to be building all our attacks down the left-hand side, our left, their right, and we was just ignoring the right-hand side. Like the person who likes you and they're showing you, yeah, look, I'm interested in you, like, come and show me some love. But yet you keep going checking the person over there, you're just not getting no love over there. Like, you need to switch it up, and they didn't really do this. Now, I'm not sure if that's because Kulusevski, for me, was a little bit ineffective on that side. Very predictable. That's one of my other talking points here. But at the same time, I just thought that they didn't show any variety. They didn't show any flavour in the second half of the second half of the second half, if that makes sense. They just kept doing the same thing over again. They wasn't varying up what they did. They didn't spread their play. They didn't stretch the game, and I thought that was bad. So yeah, I felt we should have moved the ball quicker. We didn't move the ball quicker, and we just encouraged Liverpool. One of my issues here is we encouraged Liverpool by so many loose passes, throwing pointless balls, aerial balls into the box, and just conceding daft free kicks in areas that we didn't need to concede, that just allowed them to have opportunities to put the ball in the box. And that's one of our vulnerabilities, and that was one of their strengths. And that was one of their ways they were going to be able to probably sneak a victory out of that, because, we got some vulnerabilities there. So anyway, I'm just going to throw a few questions out here. I'm not going to talk about all these things, but I'm just going to throw this out to you, and let me know what you think about these things. So I've got a couple of questions for you. So, is Kulusevski too predictable? Is it me, or is Kulusevski too predictable? And just for the record, I actually do like Kulusevski, but I'm starting to think he lacks invention. On that right hand side, I actually preferred him again when we played Arsenal. Did he play on the left? Oh, they put Brennan on the right, didn't they? On the left, didn't they? And I think Brennan Johnson is going to take his place at some point, because I think Brennan Johnson would be a lot more direct and aggressive. But is he too predictable? I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Is he too predictable? Get him on the right. He slows the play down sometimes, and he invariably always wants to come in on his left. He doesn't always whip the ball in the box, which I understand, not in the air. But, then he makes a sideward pass to someone in the midfield. Goes down the right. He doesn't really go on the outside of the defender much, which I think he probably could do with some help with an overlap sometimes. But I don't know. There's something missing from his game that is lacking from when he first came. I thought he was quite aggressive before. He would take people on, he'd whip a ball in, and his right foot crosses, not very good, but they're probably effective in the sense that they go low across the floor. So with our strikers, I think that's helpful. But that's my question to you. Is he getting a bit too predictable? Why did we run out? Why do you think we ran out of ideas on the pitch? Is it because we're not used to playing teams who have 9 and 10 men? and Liverpool were that good, or is it a case of, look, Maddison is what we brought in to add to our creativity, but prior to him, this was a vestige that we've had for a good few years. Which even when Eriksen was there was times when we would struggle to break teams down. So why? So it's not. There's a legacy issue here. But yesterday specifically, why do you think we ran out of ideas on the pitch? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. But having said that, I thought that for the most part, definitely the first half, I think some of our play was scintillating in midfield, bravery on the ball, playing through the lines. I mean, the play for our first goal was beautiful. Maddison splits 2 banks of 4. Richarlison gets in behind, rolls it to Son, and Son does what Son does, puts the ball in the net. And there was just nice little triangles and quartets in the midfield. It was nice, and both teams were doing this. So we thought we were going to be in for a game, and I think we would have been in for a treat had the red cards not happened. So anyway, that's some of my talking points from the game, and let me know some of your thoughts in relation to that.